RHONJ star Milania Giudice's friend's autopsy, delayed following her tragic death at 20. In the latest news in the tragic death of Milania Giudice's childhood friend Victoria Zardoya at 20, officials in Florida said that Zardoya's autopsy has not yet been completed. The autopsy, as far as I can tell, has not been done yet because she is an organ donor. A spokesperson for the Hillsborough County Medical Examiner Department told the U.S. Zardoya, a student at the University of Tampa, died aged 20 after suffering catastrophic injuries in a fall while exploring historic ruins. It was previously revealed. Her shock passing was announced by Milania's father and RHONJ star Joe Giudice, 54, who revealed she had had a simple fall. The Daily Mail has reached out to representatives for the Giudice family and the Hillsborough County Medical Examiner Department for further comment on the story.
Looking for a premium phone without the premium price? This renewed, unlocked iPhone 14 offers 128 gigabytes of storage, a sharp 6.1-inch display, and 5G capability for around $299. Want to get the best verified deal and see full details? Visit grabdeal.us/6 right now.
Victoria Silberbush, a friend of the late student, revealed Zardoya had flown down to Florida to visit friends for the weekend before her fatal fall on July 24. In the latest news in the tragic death of Milania Giudice's childhood friend Victoria Zardoya, at 20, officials in Florida said that Zardoya's autopsy has not yet been completed. The death of Victoria Zardoya, a student at the University of Tampa, was announced by Milania's father and RHONJ star, Joe Giudice, 54, who revealed she had had a simple fall. Sharing a lengthy statement at the request of Zardoya's family, she wrote, "On July 24, 2026, what began as a fun, innocent day on the water with both old and new friends ended in an unimaginable and unexpected way." A beautiful 20-year-old woman named Victoria Zardoya, who had flown down to Florida for the weekend to visit friends, sustained fatal injuries due to a devastating fall while we were exploring the historic ruins at Fort Dade on Egmont Key. We had actually been getting ready to leave and head to another spot when it all happened. Everything changed in a matter of seconds. Silberbush continued, "At first, we thought Victoria had fallen only one level. We ran to the edge, calling out to her, but quickly realized she had fallen much further than we first believed. We immediately began climbing down to reach her, while others called 911. Friends back at the boats launched flares to help first responders locate us as quickly as possible, and additional calls were made to communicate how urgent the situation was. Every single one of us jumped into immediate action. Every single person responded instinctively. Everyone did everything they possibly could to help her." She continued, "Her injuries from the fall were brutal. We stayed with Victoria and held her, trying to make her as comfortable as possible while we waited for first responders to arrive. Paramedics responded by boat, and a medical helicopter was eventually able to transport her to the hospital after an incredibly difficult rescue. On July 26, Victoria passed away from her injuries. Zardoya's friend Victoria Silberbush revealed she had flown down to Florida to visit friends for the weekend before her fatal fall on July 24. Zardoya's friend shared photos from her final trip before the fatal fall. Silberbush shared a photo of the group appearing to explore Fort Dade, where Zardoya will fall. Silberbush recalled Zardoya's final moments, saying, "The look on her face as we locked eyes when she realized she was falling, the sudden silence that followed her gasp, the realization that she fell all the way down onto stairs, the not being able to even see her when we looked over the edge, the desperate hope that somehow everything would be okay, the realization that life can change forever in the span of a single moment. My heart is broken for Victoria's family and for the friends who loved her deeply. I cannot imagine the weight of their grief. I only hope they know this. Victoria was never alone. From the moment she fell, every person did everything in their power to help her. She was surrounded by people who cared, people who fought for her, and people who refused to give up hope. Please keep Victoria, her family, and everyone who loved her in your thoughts. And if this tragedy reminds us of anything, I hope it's this. Life is unimaginably precious. Hold the people you love a little tighter. Say the things you've been meaning to say. None of us know how many ordinary moments we have left. Rest in peace, Victoria." The statement was reshared to Milania's Instagram stories. The Hillsborough County Sheriff's Office told the Daily Mail in a statement, "On July 24, 2026, at approximately 6:08 p.m., our Marine unit responded after receiving reports that an individual had fallen from one of the structures on Egmont Key. Zardoya was airlifted to a local hospital in critical condition, where she remained until being pronounced deceased on July 27, 2026. Alongside a photo with his daughter and Zardoya, Joe wrote, "There are no words for this kind of pain. Fort Dafe in Egmont Key, where Zardoya fell, is pictured." Silberbush shared an image of what appeared to be a medical helicopter arriving to treat Zardoya. "Victoria, you were like a daughter to me. I watched you grow up with my daughter Milania. We were neighbors for years, and you became part of our family. To think that a simple fall while just being young and having fun could take such a beautiful life is heartbreaking. You were only 20 years old with your whole future ahead of you. In one moment, everything can change. Please don't take a single day or the people you love for granted. Victoria, you will be missed more than you'll ever know. You'll always have a place in our hearts, and I'll never forget you. Until we meet again." His ex-wife Teresa Giudice commented on his post, "Forever in our hearts." Milania, who was arrested for assault in May, has yet to post a tribute message but reposted messages from her friends honoring Zardoya and shared photos of the pair as youngsters. Zardoya's friend shared a photo of her hand as she lay in a hospital bed, writing, "No one ever prepares you to lose a loved one." Alongside a photo with his daughter and Zardoya, Joe Giudice wrote, "There are no words for this kind of pain. Victoria, you were like a daughter to me. I watched you grow up with my daughter Milania. We were neighbors for years, and you became part of our family. All I got to say is, if Vic wanted anything in this world, it is to make people happy. And she sure did that to her very last seconds. Please cherish life as it can be gone so quickly. Don't fail to tell your people how much you love them, and truly live life to the fullest while you have the opportunity." According to her social media, Zardoya was a student at the University of Tampa. In her final days, she had vacationed in Ibiza and Portugal. Another friend, Ross, revealed he had been with Zardoya when she had her fatal fall, writing, "One day I'll see you up there and be able to say I'm sorry for bringing you to that stupid island that day that ended with you on the Flight of Life helicopter." His tribute read, "The worst day of my life followed by the next worst day of my life. A beautiful soul and the most amazing person taken from us all far, far too soon. The pain, hurt, shock, anger, guilt, confusion, devastation. Only gets worse every day. She has the most amazing group of friends that have a hole in their hearts, so big it will never be filled." Milania shared childhood photos with Zardoya as she remembered her friend. Ross also shared a photo holding his late friend's hand in hospital. So many of them flew in from all parts of the country to be by her side every last moment. What was supposed to be one of the best weekends of our lives ended with your parents planning your funeral. I will never be the same after this. I would have gladly exchanged my life on the beach that day for yours. You had a lot more left in life to live than me. Why do I get to wake up tomorrow and still be here? I'll live the rest of my life making sure you are proud of me, Victoria." Zardoya's friend Molly Page Morris told US Weekly that the late student didn't really take anything for granted and lived life to the fullest. She added, "Her friends would describe her as just being like the funniest person with the loudest laugh. We are all in college, and she just turned 20.